Hey everybody, hopefully you're all doing great. Welcome back to the stream. Oh my, always interesting times here over at the Wurzel compound. Never know what's going to be happening, crazy things going on in life and so forth, but you know, we're going to play some Ninja Gaiden today, or Ninja Gaiden Black. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do Ninja Gaiden 3 routing for speedrun just yet. There's a couple things I want to check, because one of the things about the Cloner Alliance capture cards is some models can actually strip out HDCP. If that's the case, then I don't need a new splitter for my PlayStation 3, and I should be able to play directly into it, but I haven't tested that out. That's one of the things I need to work on. I'll do that off stream. So, yep, so that's the things I'll be working on there. Some other time at least, maybe, you know, because basically in order to run Ninja Gaiden 3, you want to play the PlayStation 3 version at least. The Razor's Edge is the least glitched version. That said, we might be getting that today, we might not. Excuse me. But we're going to go through and continue playing some Ninja Gaiden Black. Let me flip on over. We're going to turn on the Xbox 360 and see how we do. One thing, if you do this with the Elgato, it'll lock up and crash OBS. You have to have it on before you turn on OBS, any video source you have coming through. It's crazy. Because they've broken their EDIDs and it crashes and breaks the whole thing. Because it's garbage. You know, the usual. So I found a fix for the problem I was having last time I was streaming this, where it wasn't having the audio and the video synced up correctly. It seems to be just about right. Perfect. All right. My headset volume a little bit. Cause the biggest thing was like with Cloner was like, hey, what you need to do is you need to go through and you know, delay your video so that way it matches the delayed audio. It's like, no, that's not how this should work. And I was like getting really angry because Elgato does the same nonsense, which is why I went with a different company, because it's actually more reliable here too. Yep, audio's nice and matched up. A little bit quiet though for me. Let me see if I can boost this up a little bit. So I was looking around, found this guy on YouTube. He's got like maybe 1,000 views or something like that at the time. And if it the decibels, okay, that's boosted up as high as it will go. But he figured out like this, he figured out a way around it. I was like, okay, cool, so let's try this 7. This is a little better. Turn this down a little bit here. So now I can play on the OBS window screen. I don't have to do like some weird setup where I have to try to play out the television and then have this bizarre working. It's like, it's all been fixed. Alright, so we just got to the aqueducts last time while streaming this, a couple days ago. Oh, this is gonna be really annoying. Okay. So what you have to do in order to fix the problem is you have to create a separate audio line for the cloner or your capture card device. So, but here's the downside though, is that when I control it here, like if I make it really loud, or like that, it directly outputs to my ears. So it's like, if the volume goes quiet, like I barely hear anything, it goes too loud, then gets too loud. My headset doesn't stay level. Let me see if there's a way I can fix that. Let's see, properties. I don't think there's going to be, unfortunately. So this is a new kink, because when I tried this out, I didn't have like headphones connected, so... Or this a little more. Maybe around here, hopefully. There's still like an ever so slight delay. We're talking maybe like 2 frames, maybe. Okay, so now I need to remember where I need to go, so... Go down here. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on using it on this. Because I'm about to get the Inazama pretty soon. Which is like the big lightning one, if you're not familiar with the game. Good job, Ryu. I love it when he does that. It's like, why are you targeting the least amount of people in the wrong way? Go. Now you can actually use this part here to like farm for essence, basically money. So I'm at 30,000 right now. What is my wooden sword at? Getting close. So it's like, I think it's like 30,000 and then like 40,000 for the final upgrade, and you get the unlabored flawlessness. So what you do, leave, after you complete that, leave, save. Then you start going back down, but you want to basically kill a lot of people. Like, those bugs will respawn again, but you basically want to kill a lot of people, don't kill every single one of them, and then leave. So that way you can go back down again, and they'll respawn. You have to start the challenge over. And you just keep doing that and farming until you get the maximum amount of money that you need. Win a speedrun? Never! Because I've actually learned to speedrun this. I mean, like, I wasn't, like, my times weren't, like, 140, 150. It was, like, a 2.5 hour run for me because I was just starting out, but, excuse me. But then I learned, like, I just had more fun playing this game than trying to run it. As for NG Gaiden 3, I still need to work on routing it out. I think I was about a fourth of the way through the game. I gotta take a look and find my notes for it. Back before like my Elgato problems started happening and all this other fun things, so I actually need to finish routing it up, but it should be coming pretty soon. Oh, camera, thank you. This is like the worst camera I've ever seen for this. Alright, let's just reset this. This isn't going right. That was by accident. I was aiming for the wall to the left. How much do I have right now here anyway, just out of curiosity? About a good 15,000. Okay. I'm gonna go see Mirai first. See how much I actually really need to get. I think I can upgrade this. So you're not routing Ninja Gaiden 3. Are you routing Trials? No, I'm gonna be running Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. I just didn't get done routing it. Like, I was in the process of like routing the speed run and like making notes and like, okay, this part here, like skip this fight, just run blaze through and so forth like that. I was in the process of doing that when Elgato just kept shitting out repeatedly. And over and over and over again. So now I have a Cloner Alliance, which seems to be working pretty well. So I can actually get back to finally doing that. And then my HDMI splitter I had to use for the PlayStation 3, because that's the least glitched version of the game, period, crapped out. So I had to get, last thing I did getting a new one, but it turned out a lot of Cloner Alliance models actually have the ability to strip out HDCP, but I haven't tested it to see if that works for PS3. It's like if I were to do a preliminary routing, it'd be on the 360 version, which is second best. But yeah, like 360 version has some weird input problems. I remember I was thinking, like, originally I was like, oh, maybe I should try running this game, like, you know, Razor's Edge. I was like, I had the Wii U version, because I just bought it for like 10 bucks. I was like, oh no. It's like, this will not do it all. Let's see, day one. Level 2, yeah. So that's the problem, is I was thinking, like, the big thing with like Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge is it really is, it becomes a scythe run, really. As soon as you get that bad boy leveled up, it's like, it's all you're pretty much using for the rest of the game. just keep doing like forward Y and, you know, blast it out. It's like, okay, this is gonna get old pretty quickly. See, you found more gold scarabs. This is the most ridiculous way I should be running a business. Okay, so 40,000 is the last I'm gonna need here for this. This. So I was taking a look, I popped up Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. There's only like one run for any percent normal. And I've seen this one, it's by Grayson. Make sure this is the right one before I start like going off on it. Okay, this isn't the one I've seen. Maybe it was for... Maybe it was for vanilla, which would be even worse to run. Someone basically put up like a video like for a speed run. Yeah, I know, I'll delete it in a second there. But yeah, but somebody put up like a speed run, and I don't know why. It seems to be gone now. I think somebody kind of came to their senses. Like it was an off stream, it was like off camera. Like it wasn't like gosh, what is it? It wasn't a capture feed. It was like a camera set up across the room, out of focus, no audio, just about, you know, play through quote unquote the game where you couldn't see anything, and they accepted it. Like, yeah, here you go, boom. It's like, this is speedrun, here it is. I'm like, you can't see what's going on, you can't hear what's going on. If you have no audio, it's easier to splice crap on top of it. No. I'm on the Bayonetta 2 speedrun boards, and I actually had a person submit a run without audio. They're like, oh, I'll put in audio later, trust me on this. I'm like, no, you're gonna put in the audio like on your future runs because you can easily splice it, and this is how you can cheat things. And he's like, oh, never mind. It was like, yeah, it was kind of interesting to see, like, all of a sudden, like, some of those better runs disappeared from the board. But like I said, at the same time, it's like, I had looked at them, I'm like, why were these accepted? It's like, these are, like, ridiculous. Like, I would not accept any run like that. I've actually rejected runs before, even, like, for Bayonetta 2, just because the quality was, like, so low. Like, people, like, recording, like, I had one person submit in a video where they had streamed, apparently, somehow, with, like, a 500 bit rate. I'm like, were you playing on a 56K modem from, like, 1998? What happened here? It's like, why is this so low quality? It's like, if I can't see what's going on, and if it looks like I'm trying to watch scrambled pornography on cable, that's a problem. It's like, that's not going to work. You need to have better quality. You know, I learned to speedrun this, and I still get lost in these stupid sewers. I'm not really paying too much attention, which is not really helpful right now. I remember where I need to go. Let's see, I got... Insect key. Okay, I need to go fight this stupid thing over here. Got it. Actually, no, we're gonna go back. We're gonna grind some money. That's what we're gonna do. Then we'll come back and fight the guy. Fight some worms. Yeah, so right now I'm kind of combating a little bit against this. The Cloner Alliance has a little bit of lag to it. It feels like maybe 2 frames. 2, maybe 3. So it's like, it's taking a little bit getting used to. The Elgato HD60S worked perfectly when it works perfectly. Like, when it works, it's great, but the odds of it working and staying working are minimal at best. I mean, I had 5 units fail, and the 6th one they sent is on the way out, so it's like, oh, that's great. There was an infinite jump loop. That must have been before I started, like, playing and started looking into the game. I never heard about that. Now, one of the things I was kind of surprised to see is, like, for Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, they don't ban the infinite karma glitch. I was like, you think that would be not allowed for a speedrun? They're like, yeah, if you can pull it off, go for it. I'm like, okay. But of course, you know, the trick is trying to pull off a 1/60th of a frame perfect trick in a speedrun. Oh, vanilla. Okay, yeah, vanilla was just... Oh, that was a wreck. That was a wreck. I will stream occasionally through, like, vanilla just for fun. And just, like, watch people, like, just lose their minds about how terrible of a game it was. Like, when are you gonna level up your sword? I'm like, you don't. You never level up anything in this game. I'm like, what? I know, but it's hard to believe that such like a franchise like the Ninja Gaiden series would be known for bugs or anything crazy. It's like I didn't realize like how bad Ninja Gaiden 2 was until I started watching Unwary do his like streaming practice and his runs. I'm like, oh, I didn't know like you could like start like swimming, like, you know, get out of bounds, start swimming through levels and all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I didn't realize it was this busted. So Ninja Gaiden 2 was kind of surprising to learn that you can do some crazy stuff in that for glitching. Then 3 is just, you know, it's like I tell people, it's like Razor's Edge is, it's a turd. It's a polished turd. It's still a turd, but it's polished. It's better. At the end of the day, you're still playing with crap, but... Uh-oh, that's not good. Get off of him. Alright, we're gonna start playing shenanigans here. Camera. Jesus, what the hell? I don't even know where the hell I'm at with the camera. Okay, there we go. Holy crap, that was crazy. So one thing I've always complained about in this game is the camera. It's like, sometimes it will just get you straight up killed. It's not as bad as some other games, but it gets pretty bad. That's what I've heard, but like, I never liked the Kasurigama. Like, I've tried to use it, but like, I just hate that weapon. It's got like a weird kind of funky slow startup, but I know you can abuse the hell out of it. Let's go get our unlabored flawlessness that I probably won't use through most of the run, but just want to get it for grins and giggles. So if I beat Ninja Gaiden Black tonight, which I might not, I don't really care. I've beaten this a billion times already. Next stream will probably be Bayonetta 2, more Bayonetta 2 speedruns, because I'm filling up the board, because we just added emulation into there, and I want to make sure that we have like everything filled in at least, whereas at least a run for every category that I can put in. And then after that, I'll probably start, the stream after that will be probably Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge routing for speedruns. That's the tentative schedule. Hey! Bayonetta 2. Simu, ever since Simu version 1.21.0, it basically plays the game pretty much as great as you're going to get. It's almost on par, it's actually better than the Switch in terms of like speed and stuff, but for loading, it's actually faster. But it's on its own separate category, it's off the board, so if you have a Switch or anything else... No, it's not an official PC release, but it's, you know, there's a Wii U emulator out called Simu. C-E-M-U. You can also play Razor's Edge 3 on there if you really want to. I don't suggest it. It slows down at parts, especially the further you go into the levels, the more you hit slow down. But but yeah. But basically, ever since version 1.21 and higher, it plays Bayonetta 2 perfectly. There's only like 2 or 3 graphical glitches that don't impact your gameplay like it did before. So it's like we basically talked to people in the Discord and put up a thread for it on the speedrun site for Bayonetta 2, like, hey, this is what I found investigating this here, you know, should we add this in? And we've had a lot of interest. People are saying, yeah, add it in, get more people running it. We had people show up in their Discord like, hey, can we start running Bayonetta 2 on emulator? I'm like, yes, you can. And I'm the only one like putting up runs for it so far. I'm like, oh, come on. It's like, I just don't want people to go into like the board for like, you know, the emulated run section for Bayonetta 2 and like look at like there's no runs there. It's like, that sucks. So I just want to put up at least like a run for every category. I'm not like using my best strats. In fact, my strats are like 6 months out of date. I need to go through and reanalyze what I'm doing in order to get like lower times, but I'm just like putting something up there as a placeholder. If someone wants to come along and crush it, I'm for it. I just want to make sure that when people go, there's a run there so they can say, yes, people do run this, cool, I'm going to do this too. Because, I mean, if you go and, like, if you look at Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, for example, we were talking about earlier, you go to that speedrun.com board, you look, there's a 100% section, there's, like, 100% run would be insane. 2, there's, like, no runs for it, so why even have it on there? So it's like, you know, I want to avoid something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Dragon Sword on this. Oh, won't let me get up there just... That's right, it's on the other side. Well, Ninja Gaiden 2, I would say, is the more popular game. Wow, I am having massive input lag there. Yeah, black is by far more popular, without a doubt. That I don't even question that. Wrong button. Yeah, 2. I would say 2 is this. I mean, it literally goes in like, you know, in order from popularity. Ninja Gaiden Black, most popular. You got Ninja Gaiden 2, second most. Then you have 3, not that great, third, and then you have Yaiba, which nobody talks about. I like to pretend it doesn't even exist, really. Yeah, it was really weird. It was like during that fight, I just had like Also with like input lag. I've never experienced that on this game before. It's like, it's crazy. Just temporarily though, so that's cool. Alright, so Nimpo, Zama. Oh yeah, neither was. Well, yeah, 3 was made by them, but Itagaki had gone, and then Yaiba was made by somebody else. It was actually no, oh gosh, who was that? Was that Keiji Inafune who made that? The guy who's quote unquote known as the god, the father of Mega Man, even though he didn't make Mega Man. Let's see, Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor. Not Razor's Edge, Yaiba. Yeah, that was it was produced by Keiji Inafune. Okay. Yeah, he was one of the producers. He wasn't the director, thank God. I thought Inafune left, not Inafune, Itagaki, I thought he left after 2. That was like shortly after 2 is where he had left. I don't know, it's been years and I don't really keep up with the lore of our gaming god and savior, Itagaki. I don't know, it's like, for me, I would like to have, I mean, it's been rumored this might happen. I haven't heard anything about it since, but it got, so those things that got published up on a legitimate site, like where they have, like, which has been known for, like, leaking stuff by accident, because, like, you have to put up things like, hey, this is going to be coming down the pipeline in, like, 6 months for retailers, And one of them was a Ninja Gaiden collection. It was Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Sigma 2, and Razor's Edge. It's supposed to be for the PlayStation 4 and Switch, and I think Steam as well. I don't think it's Switch. I don't think it's Steam, but I remember reading it was like Switch and PS4. I think. I'm not too sure about the systems, to be honest. But I remember it's like, yeah, it's like a trilogy. It's like cool. It's like neat. What I would like for 2, I mean, Ninja Gaiden Black. I wish that was on there. Microsoft, the way it goes. But I would love to see an ultimate version of Ninja Gaiden 2. Yeah, Sigma's fun. It's a pain in the butt. It really is. With all the constant loading and stuff, it's just nonsense. And of course, you don't have this wonderful move, the back roll. You don't have that in Sigma. You do this weird like handspring, which looks cool, but it takes more frames to do, and you can't really attack as fast. You're stuck in some more frames. It's like, well, this is becoming an issue. So that's kind of an issue, problem there. But for Ninja Gaiden 2, what I would like to have is the ultimate version where you can take the best of 2 and the best of Sigma 2 and combine them together. So you have the gore and violence, you have the higher enemy counts, you have the bodies that stay there, you have the difficulty level, because 2 on the Xbox 360 version is harder. Pardon me, keep that. You take the balancing changes from like Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, where you have infinite arrows, less projectile spam, the different, more weapons to it there, the different characters, levels, throw that in there, make it like an ultimate version, like combine the best of both worlds. That I would like to have. I think that would be cool, but it's not going to happen. It's one of those like crazy dream wish list things. Is this door open now? Yeah, I think this opens up here. Yeah, I don't personally mind the Sigma games at all, really. One thing though I don't really like, well, there's a couple things, like about two is you know, you don't have the connected world anymore. This was kind of cool. The first 3 levels, they're not connected really, but then after that everything is you know, connected world. You can loop back and everything. It's pretty cool. Then 2 just became single, like individual levels. Like now we're in not really Venice, you know. It's like now we're over here. It's, I kind of miss that, you know, the connected the whole world thing, because that actually takes, that really shows skill in level design. If you can make a connected world where it loops back into itself. Ryu, turn around. I should probably go down here and get myself my, what is it called? Life regenerator. I'm just drawing a blank on all sorts of words today. Certain days I forget me fail English. But Wurzel, isn't that your main language? Yes, it is. Okay, game's not giving it to me. There we go. Few games you like. Jack and Dexter. I haven't played those in a long time. Ninja Gaiden Black, Unwish Warlord, DMC. But of course, then you also have the infamous Devil May Cry 4, which was also clearly an unfinished game. Where it's like, here you go, you ran. I mean, it's like you just long stretches where you're just running and nothing happens. It's like, okay, something might happen in the next couple of screens, the next couple of miles I run. You get stuff, you get to the end of the game, and it's congratulations! Run back as Dante now, and all the bosses you defeated are back alive. Don't ask questions, just play. It's like, okay. But it was open world. It was pretty, like, you know, like a open, like, map, you know, like very open design levels, which is pretty neat. Yeah, single map, like, not really open world. Open world is a completely different thing. I'm drawing a blank on, like, what the proper word to use is, like, connected or so. Game, I'd like to be able to see where I'm going, please. Thank you. Connected world, there we go. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I think maybe I was saying before. Alright, give me 1 second here, gotta take something. Not going anywhere, it's gotta be walked to the back of my room. Hold on. There we go. See, part of why I'm getting distracted on like increasing amount of pain, I'm like, why am I in more pain than usual right now? It's getting really distracting, and I move and I hurt more, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot to take my pain medicine. I'm the worst addict ever. Yeah, it's like 3 frames. Alright, now let's go place that lovely blue. Yeah, smoke bombs I've like never figured out how to use in this game. Everyone's like, oh, they're great. And like, you can confuse like, you know, it confuses one opponent, but the problem is in this game you're always attacked by 3 or more. 3, sometimes 4. So like, it'll confuse like the first person who I roll away from, and then I try to turn around and attack, and the game's like, we're not going to target that person who you've confused and leave open for attack. We're going to attack somebody who's guarding. It's like, damn it, game. So I just like never use smoke bombs in this game ever. I thought I had... No! Oh, jeez. Like I said, it's like, I always get confused down here. I need to go back down. Shoot, what is it? I have the wolf statue, I think it is there. I need to put that there. Go fight the other worms. Ryus, stop it. Need you to work with me here, buddy. We gotta work on this together. Okay, where did I screw up? What the hell? Thought I did. I probably didn't. Oh, that's right. That's where I need to go. I forgot. Okay, so yeah, the drained out room's at the other end up top. Ugh. Jesus Christ, Ryu, come on. Yep, then the dual worm fight. Which can either go amazingly well, or you can just get super trolled. Because that's what this game is, trolling the video game. Trolling the video game, followed by RNG Nightmare. don't speedrun it. So many little things can go wrong that just can wreck your entire, like, run. It's like, nah, I'm not having fun trying to do this. Yeah, this is like bad Pattern City. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm already fighting a little bit of lag from the new capture card, but I get into like a worm fight, and it's like it's worse. I don't know. It's like it's adding more to the game. Like I've never noticed this before, but it's like suddenly jumps from like around 3 to like almost 5 or 6 input delay. It's like I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like, is it an emulation problem because I'm playing this on the 360, which I've never encountered before? It's like, what is happening? It's throwing me off. Because I'm like letting go of stuff here, and it's like, or doing a roll, and I'm still standing there, and then it goes. I'm like, what's happening? Let's see. I think it's still outputting on my television. Let me check something real quick. Okay, so it's actually still outputting to my TV. I still have hooked up from HDMI from that. My TV is actually responding faster than my OBS display, which is really bizarre. I'm wondering if that's possibly slowing it down. Let's see if that might help fix up the problem. No, it still feels about the same. That was better. Yeah, I think it was, you know, it might be possibly adding more, which is really bizarre. So if you have hooked up to output to monitor, which is what I'm playing on right now, which is actually a gaming monitor, which is why it's throwing me off that I suddenly have lag on it, and to TV at the same time, it seems that the computer, like the monitor itself, gets the slower version versus the television. It's weird. Like TV takes priority for some odd weird reason. Doesn't make sense. The joys of using new capture equipment. Finding stuff out. Ew, don't you think you should just chug this instead? No, no, no. Put it back. I'm carrying too many. Wait for me to actually pull it out, use it, then pick it up. He loves his blue Windex, I mean water. Not the optimal weapon, I just love messing around with it though. Whales are just so much fun. I'm full on everything. Yeah, we'll keep that. That was worth it. Give me my tiny points. I love how the diaries you find here are like, oh, I suck as a ninja. I saw somebody else who's way better than me. Why can't I be that person? It's like, dude, you got here before Ryu did. I think you're probably better. It's like, odds are you probably were. It's like, I'm not here. You beat me here before then. It's like, how'd you make it out of Ninja Academy, or whatever type of thing you have going on for ninjas? I'm kind of confused on this. I mean, like, if you graduate from medical school last in your class, they still call you doctor. But I mean, it's like, I guess the same applies for, like, ninja school. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. That's right, no move invincibility. That's why I don't really use it on these guys. Okay. Why? Okay, so I thought this would be considered like a level 3 weapon. Guess the game doesn't consider it that? Not heavy enough? Odd choice, but... Now, earlier in life I actually did study ninjutsu, which is kind of funny because it gets this like really weird rap. Everyone thinks like, oh, it's invisibility and stuff like ninjas. It's like, it's actually more of like basically how to break a person's bones the fastest, most painful way. It's like, the fastest way you can cripple somebody is really what ninjutsu is really like. And it's like, people are like, oh, you study ninjutsu? It's like, yeah. It's like, unfortunately, I missed the class where you climb walls by bouncing back and forth on them, invisibility, wearing bright orange, yelling "Databayo" at the end of my sentences, you know, the usual. Hand signs are a bitch. But yeah, it's like, real ninjutsu is like about balance. Plumb poles, you'd set those things up so the higher you go on these like very small unstable platforms, like the more they shake and throw you off. So it teaches like really kind of like almost like cat-like reflexes and balance, which is pretty neat. And then it's all about like breaking bones, like basically getting somebody down, hitting them on a nerve, and just like crushing their arm or their neck. It's kind of fun stuff. It's very brutal to learn about. It's like, ooh, this is kind of neat. Okay, so now I head up to the blue room. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You know, Krav Maga is more of like, you know, just direct attacking, get rid of anything that's pretty much useless, you know, and the same thing, like if you can disable an attacker this way, do it, you know, whatever works to do it. It's like, it wouldn't surprise me if Krav Maga was actually like based off of it. You know, if they like they use it as a base and like it went from there, it would not surprise me at all. I think there's also like another Russian form called Sambo, I think it is, which is basically the Russian art of like pick somebody up, drop them on their heads. It's like, doesn't matter what you're doing, just pick them up, drop them on their skulls, you're good to go. The entire art form. Now, because I constantly save a lot, oh boy, this challenge, you gotta love it. This one I'm gonna use the old Bellero, or whatever you want to call it. I just call it the Diablo Sword. Okay, someone give me counters, thank you. One time I had like a fiend knock me back down the hallway I came in, which ends the challenge. I was like, lame! See that guy over there? They usually get a couple of reds out of this. Just in time, alright. It's this one here, I think it is. You hear a level like vanilla, they're like, yeah, so once you go through and play through the game the second time, if you jump up to the styles, you know, go through and play through the game again, up top there, instead of a scarab, is like Ninja Gaiden 2. No. No, it's not. Or actually, it's Ninja Gaiden 3. It's supposed to be there. Ninja Gaiden, so you get one. Or like Nintendo. It's basically like part of the Super Nintendo ports, basically. It's what you had in the Xbox through vanilla. Beat the game, get Ninja Gaiden 1. Nintendo. Go through, shoot the clock tower in Tyrone, you get 2. And then 3 is supposed to be up here, according to like everything you see online, but everything basically refers back to GameFAQs, which is the one place from the internet, if I could strike it from history and have no archived backups whatsoever and burn it to the ground, it'd be GameFAQs. Because you have no accountability for anything, people just post up whatever the hell they want. It's like, and they do it routinely. Here's how you unlock M. Bison and Sonic the Hedgehog. You do this move here and do that. It's like, no. None of that. Wrong. There's like no verification, nothing for that site. And a lot of stuff still exists from there. It's still used in guides today. You know, like IGN writes their guide for Ninja Gaiden Black. Where did they get it from? GameFAQs. It's all incomplete. It's all wrong. There was, I was looking up I think it was WCW versus NWO. I was looking up, like, how to do something. I was on a stream a long time ago, like about a year and a half ago. Had to go to GameFAQs. Look it up. Nintendo 64 game. And they're saying, like, oh yeah, hit the Y button and the triangle button. I'm like, none of those things exist on a Nintendo 64 controller. Not even close. Let's see. Spooner. Impo. No. Thinking ahead to what I'm going to be using. Oh, it's going to be fun to do with slight delay. There we go. Okay. You, come on. There you go, buddy. Good job. We've had this talk before, Ryu. And yes, there is a way you can go shortcut through here with the dragon sword. I'm not gonna do it. Nope, I did not submit a run. Oh my god, the freaking delay. Jesus. Have not submitted a run, because Beta 2 was shown last year. That's the game, you know, I do. And, yeah, I have problems with the run that was done. It kind of did harm to the community. Caused a lot of backlash. So, no. I'm also had... Oh, it's, something I don't really want to go into, but people who are on the Bayonetta 2 Discord have all messaged me. We've talked about it privately, but, let's just say when you lose 50,000 people because of what you're doing and what you're saying and your attitude, it's a problem. It does not reflect well on the community. But the next time, if it gets in, it would be probably for like a New Game Plus run, which is what I would submit, because I can do a Rosa New Game Plus run, hour and 5 minutes. It didn't really go toxic. It was basically, it was a reaction, like, because I'm a mod for the not only the speedrun site, but it was also like just like, you know, for the Discord as well. It was basically, it was the runner. People were kind of like, were not really a fan of how he presented himself. It's like, I've seen his streams before. He's really chilled and toned down. I think he kind of got the message, the backlash for that. You know, especially when people started putting comments on there, like after the run went on YouTube. I think he started reading them because he's kind of changed up his, like, how he presents himself and his manner of talking and things like that. But yeah, it was kind of a little issue like that a little bit, but yeah, so it ruined things out. But they usually don't do back-to-back games anyway, so it's extremely rare. Unless you're a Super Metroid, you're not going to be in every single GDQ. Usually they give you a couple breaks. So the only real way that it would be back in GDQ would be a New Game Plus run, is the only thing I can think of. If you play as Rosa, New Game Plus, because you can get that hour, you can get done in an hour, real super fast. I mean, I'm going to be doing those speed runs for that tomorrow, actually, on the stream. Not tomorrow, the next day, because I don't stream every single day. So it'd be Tuesday, be doing New Game Plus runs for Bayonetta 2, but yeah, there's things there, and then people in the community started messaging me like, hey man, what the hell's this, you know, and then the people who were on his couch messaged me. They're like, they were not happy. It's like, it's a thing I don't really want to go into like a whole lot here. I really don't want to like real mud or anything. It's something that's passed and everyone's kind of grown from it. But yeah, it wasn't too well represented, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm still like recovering though. Like this year, I had to recover from my back fusion. I'm trying to get a job right now in IT, which is not working out for where I'm at because it's just not the best place for it in Northwest Pennsylvania. So I wouldn't be able to go anyway, even though it's online now, but still even then. And then I didn't have a functional capture card for months upon months. So it's just been like one downturn after another. And the thing is too, is like I know people at GDQ, like the people who select the games and stuff like that, and they wanted me personally to do, like they said like, hey, just put in, you know, and you know, just submit. It's like they wanted me to come run it. It's like I couldn't. So it's like I had so many problems with my back, and then I had to have the surgery done, and then I had to recover, which is like 9 months just to even get functional again. You know, so it's just, and you know, Cap got his run in, and that was it. Which I don't blame him for at all, because I just wanted people, because we did get a bump from it. I mean, people were curious about running the game after that run, so that was pretty good. Let's see, I'm not thinking ahead. Pardon me, fire wheels. I am getting, yeah, I don't know what it is, but on bosses, I am getting extra lag. It happened on the worms, it's happening here again. This is bizarre. This is literally the first time I've ever encountered this. I'm not like trying to make excuses for bad gameplay, because this fight never goes well for me. I'm just like, why am I getting extra lag on boss fights today? What is happening? I'm gonna try restarting my 360. I just want to try something here at this point. I mean, that's the second time where it's jumped from like 3 frames to like 6. I'm like, what is going on? Yes, 2020 has been a bad year. I would totally agree. COVID-19. My mom got cancer and died. And then had a girlfriend, and then she broke up with me. And it's like, oh my god. It's like, please stop. I'm surprised meteors haven't hit us just yet, or aliens have showed up. I mean, they got like 2, 3 more, about 2 more weeks, I'd say. Yeah, about 2 weeks till the end of the year to still show up. There's still time for that. Everyone's at each other's throat. I'm streaming it here. I've been yelling at Elgato until I become hoarse, as their products suck. You know, it's just a lot of problems this year. Yeah, I had 2 job offers fall through. It's like, oh my god. Okay, this is a little bit more responsive. I'm wondering. Yeah, this is much better. I wonder what the hell happened. Yeah, this is like pretty much where it needs to be right now. That was okay. It had to have been something with the 360 screwing this up, because I mean, this is just about perfect right now. See if that holds true here in a second. Yeah, that was my own stupidity. Really? I thought you could block that. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good one. That's the attack. That's why do the small one, do the big full one. You? Alright, there we go. Yeah, so that was... I don't know why I didn't think about restarting the 360 earlier, but yeah, this is like almost right exactly where it needs to be now, so that's cool. Yep, so let's see. Next, yeah, so I stream every other day. So Thursday, actually Tuesday the 15th, Dyslexia, will be Bayonetta 2 New Game Plus runs. And then 17th, which will be a Thursday, I'll be doing Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge speedrun routing. That's the tentative plans for right now, at least. Oh, everybody's favorite level, which brings the game to an even slower halt. For me. Sigma, they wisely went through and changed this level quite drastically. I mean, so you don't have to worry about swimming slowly like this constantly, but you do have like other hard enemies you have to contend with, so it's not like just a pure cakewalk. Those are those parts like it's too dark to see when you get to the combination, but it's like you can still see it like clearly. It's like when like you see movies and they clearly filmed it in the daytime, but they want you to believe it's night. It's like, quickly, they're escaping underneath the cover of afternoon. Oh god. The swimming in this game is atrocious. They made it a lot better for 2, I mean, just because of pure changes, but it's pretty rough here. I thought there was a platform here for me to stand on. I'm guessing that was probably Sigma. Yeah, so one of the things I pretty much hated to do, never really did it, was like the super swim. For like for speedrunning this game, not for me. It's like I would just take my time. It's like I'm gonna get the scuba gear. I'm not gonna worry about making sure I have enough, health, everything to do it. It's like nuts to that. Because that strat's like you gotta. I've seen runners fail that before, the super swim. Like I just call it like the super swim. I'm sure it's got a different name for it, but basically, you skip getting the air tank so you can breathe underwater indefinitely, because that's not good for a speed run. And so you're constantly on the edge of death, because you gotta like wait. Basically, when you run out of air, your health starts fading when you're underneath water. So wait until you're like a pixel away from death. Then you heal, like you use like your full healing, and then it drains back down again. You just keep like doing that over and over. So if you do it right, you can basically make it through the entire section you need to. Swim on down into the underground again, and like you pretty much use almost every single healing item you have. Just to get it out of there. Alright. Here's where the platform is, okay. That's fine. Best Nimpo in the business. I thought I had one. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, sorry about that. The fun of messaging and streaming. So it looks like probably how it's going tonight, I'm probably not going to get to Ninja Gaiden 3 routing. I was like, yeah, I'll just go through and keep playing this, and we'll be done with it real fast. And it's like, I'm going a lot slower than I realized. Oh yeah, that was awesome. So probably should try like attacking. In fact, I should probably try using that spear gun weapon I picked up. That might help me underneath the water. I mean, crazy thought and all. That's right, it's a weapon and not a secondary. Okay, so I hate this platform because more often than not, you'll get up here, and as soon as you climb up, like, you get instantly knocked off, which is really frustrating. Okay, cool. Okay, and it returned me around to where I need to go. That's helpful. Okay. I can say is, thank goodness somebody left a fully filled scuba regulator locked up in the bottom of a sunken ship. It was very, very nice of them to do. Captain, we're going under. What should we do? Lock up our air. Trust me, some ninja's gonna come along someday. Put a golden scarab next to it, too. This will all make sense someday. Alright, now I don't have to worry about air management anymore. Yay. Remember, just like pretty soon, I think like we can get out of here and get back topside to Tyron. Right before we head to like the ice caves and like magma cavern and stuff like that. It just dumps a whole bunch of lives of gods on you. Seems like there's like 4 or 5 in a row, it feels like. I think this is the scarab I usually miss on a run for whatever reason. It's like the last time I did this, I got like 49 scarabs. I got to the end of the game, I was like, oh crap, got 49 out of like 50. I was like, oh, I missed this one somewhere, and I couldn't remember where it was. Then we make a break for the totally not a vagina. If you didn't see it before, you'll never unsee it now. You're welcome, Internet. Now for Sigma, what they did is they made it so they lowered the lip so you can actually get out here if you wanted to and backtrack your way up. If you were so inclined, you were able to do that here, but nope. I don't know why they chose to do it, because I mean, it's just another spot for you to kind of get lost and screwed up in, but you can get out and keep going, you know, and mess around there, backtrack your way another way. For me. You? Nobody. Come on. Nope, nope. I need you to go down, please. Thank you. There we go. And now this is probably, I don't know, if I had to take a guess, I'd say this is probably maybe the most missed scarab if you're ever looking for all the scarabs in this game. Way up top. One second here. Alright, so now we're about to do the Doku fight. Let's see, for him... The firewalls are decent if you can pull that off. And I use Vigorian Flails. Then I use the... Not this one, it's the Potency. Kicks do more damage. Yeah, because simply, like, the kicks, it's like just doing X and a Y. That does a pretty good amount of damage. And if you can get, like, Doku into, like, this loop, you can do some you can wreck them pretty hard, but we'll see how this goes. I'll probably get trashed. Usually that works on my streams. Best case plans, start doing them and start streaming and just fail miserably. You gonna start blocking, buddy? Yeah, that was all screwed up. Try this again. So, like I said, this is really bizarre. I don't know what in the world's going on. The lag was coming back. It was like, I don't know, it's... I've never had this problem playing this on the Xbox 360 before. I've never had it start adding, like, you know, framing, like, lagging out on boss fights. It's so bizarre. Tonight is the first night this has ever happened. Around 2, maybe 3 here? Yeah, it seems like it's... The longer it goes on, you build to it, and like if you get into a boss fight, it just adds on, so it's kind of weird. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, it suddenly jumps to like about 5 frames lag, I don't know why. Yeah, this is a fight where the camera can quickly kill you. Oh my god. So usually this works so well, I'm kind of surprised. Now I'm running around 5 frames here. I don't know if you can hear us or not. Let's see. You can hear the tap, and then, like, there's a delay for the video. So this happened earlier, so I turned off the Xbox 360, turned it back on, and it seemed to correct the problem. This is so, like I said, I don't know what's going on. I've never experienced this before. This is truly making me go like wonder what the hell is happening. I mean, emulation for this game through the 360 has been solid for years. I mean, I've been playing this game on my 360 since like 2006 when I got mine. My original one, I should say. This is like it's been replaced like 3 or 4 times since due to Red Rings of Death, but I'm on a final version. Yeah, Xbox 360E as an Edward. The last revision where it's just like mostly just a big honkin' fan. But playing it throughout the years, I've never encountered this. I've streamed this before. I streamed this last time a couple days ago. Didn't have this problem. I was like, it just makes me like the troubleshooting part of my brain just go like full haywire. Like, okay, what's causing this? How can we fix it? And the one thing that keeps popping in mind here is whenever I encounter a boss, you know, like a boss encounter, that's when it starts happening. It starts adding in lag, like input delay. That's a little faster, so we're still sitting around 3 or so, but... Alright, let's try... Dragon Sword instead. Let's give that a shot for this one, at least. What? Okay. No. Alright, interesting. Ooh. Else are in Bayonetta 2 speedrun practice and attempts. She has picked up Bayonetta 2 and just is like running with it full speed. She is doing amazingly well with that game. I'll let you like one of the fastest runners I've ever seen. Like pick up the game and go. Most runners, when they start doing Bayonetta 2, will have their first speedrun be around 2.5 hours on average. And she was like just right around 2 hours, which is impressive for a first time run of that game. And she's just been coming down ever since. She's down to like a 1:45 time, which is really good. Yeah, the game is just saying fuck you tonight. Why don't speedrun this? Okay, now he's starting to kind of give him more of his usual looping. I'm still encountering a lot more lag though. I'm gonna see if I can just cheese him out. We're going this far anyway. There we go. It's like, whatever, just burn through it. Need to save and restart. Like I said, it's like, it's so bizarre. I don't know why it's adding input delay. Every time you fight a boss or restart the boss, it's crazy. So I'm going to save, turn off the 360, turn it back on, reset it again. This is so bizarre. This is weird because there hasn't been like an update for the emulator or anything. So I last played this about 4 days ago. Didn't have this problem. Same system, everything. I just don't know what's happening. Excuse me. Let's see something. I'm trying to remember how I used to do, because there's a way you can blast right through this, and I've forgotten mostly what it is. Yeah, not high enough for that. Okay. This one lower back down, trying to see where I need to be. Thank you, Miss Jump. Good job, me. Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. So I'm completely out of practice for to be able to like whip through this and record speaks. There's a couple like different skips you can do in here too. You're not concerned about getting all the gold scarabs. There's actually a way you can get like one of the platforms right over here. You can just like cheese your way up on top of it and then just get done with the puzzle super fast. And like I said, it's been a while, so I've forgotten how to do it. There we go. That's the one I was trying to put back. Perfect. That's the one I needed. That's what I need over there now. So this is like literally the sequence where the game just throws you like Lives of the Thousands Gods like crazy. You get like at least 4 or 5 of them in a row, it feels like. Very short time to from apart from each other. Excuse me. See like the replay is like blue orb. I'm like, oh, it's like, wait a minute, that's not the right screen. It's my replay screen. This is like as soon as this game does input read. I mean, sometimes like as soon as you like let go of a button or you know, it's like you'll instantly get smacked with something, and that was like literally it. As soon as I let go of my block to get the essence to attack, I got smacked. It doesn't happen too often, but it does happen. Like, you will notice it. And you're not crazy for noticing it. It's like, it's something that does happen. Hey, Ryan, what's up? It's been an odd night. I don't know what's causing it, but as soon as I encounter a boss fight, the game starts lagging. Like, I start getting, like, input lag. It's really bizarre. I don't know what's causing it. And, like, it compounds, too, so, like, if you die and, like, restart, you have even more. It's like, I was trying to do boss fights with, like, 6 frames of input delay or higher. It's like, what's happening? And the only thing that fixes it is restarting the system. Restarting my Xbox 360, and I've never had that happen before. It's like, it's truly confounding me. So, I have not played it yet myself, Cyberpunk 2077. I've watched other people play it, and I have issues with it. Namely, that the tutorial is like 6-7 hours long before the game gets really good. It's like a bunch of odd choices for the game, really. It's like, I was watching Maximilian Dude play it without spoiling anything, because I don't know how far you are into the game. But you got to a certain point, and I'm like, it was like finally out of the tutorial, you know, so to speak. It's basically like they showed off that demo from like 2 years ago or something like that. They were like 20 minutes of gameplay. A lot of that stuff is still in the final build of the game, so you have to go through and play that. It's just been expanded longer and different things happening and so forth, but you finally get through all that. That's where the game should have started, in my opinion. It's like, dude, the last thing right before there, it shows how you end up in the situation you're in, kicks off the rest of the game. They should have cut at least like the first 5 hours of content. It's really crazy. Okay, so you've beaten the prologue. Okay, so good. So you have Cyber Keanu Reeves stalking you, right? Mentally. Yes, the Rockstar terrorists who blew up the city with a nuke. Spoiler. For anyone who hasn't seen it. Spoiler, not really spoiler, because it's still early in the game. But I mean, but still, it's like... But it's like, you're still running around. I just can't wait for that to happen in 3 years. Keanu Reeves just go apeshit crazy. Dogstar gets propelled to like infinite fame and fortune, and he becomes a terrorist. He blows up a city. Nobody remembers they got blown up by a nuke 50 years later, even though 79 years ago we still remember we blew the shit out of 2 towns in Japan. You know, it's like what is going on here? I'm not understanding this logic here. It's got some weird choices in the game. It's like it could have been tightened up a lot. So it looks interesting. I'll probably try it. You know, I'm not sure how you're playing it, but PC version is what I'll be playing on eventually. I'm just waiting for more of the bugs to get worked out, because I mean, so it's really like annoying me about the game is seeing reviewers give it 10 out of 10, best game ever, and it's like there are known crippling bugs that like crash games on like consoles. They're like, console version, PS4, it's perfect, the base unit, it's like it runs 15 frames a second at points on that, or lower. It's like Digital Foundry's done this whole stuff on it. Oh, you have an Xbox One and Steam, okay. But yeah, it's like, they're like, it's a perfect game. It's like, it's one, no game is really perfect. You're gonna have a high score, but it's not a 10 out of 10. It's like, if a game's just broken, so many problems and issues that people are encountering, and like, aiming is as broken and borked as it is, it's like, then you do not have a perfect game. Oh crap, couldn't even see where that dude was. Well, as long as it's running fine, that's good. Because I mean, it's like I've just seen so much like crazy crap happening on other people's streams, and then reports of it there, and bugs and crashing and like all sorts of crazy stuff. So it's kind of like a Bethesda game, really. It's also been funny too watching the fanboys go ape, because they're like, because like they were sending CD Projekt Red death threats when they delayed the game. Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, they're like what shape would it have been in had they not delayed it? So they delayed it. They delayed the games till now. People, nerd raged and it sent death threats to CD Projekt Red about it, the delays. Game comes out now. People are bitching about the bugs, and they're saying they should have delayed the game another 6 months. You can't have it both ways, assholes. It's like... It's, I mean, like I said, it just literally reminds me of Bethesda games where game comes out, you know it's going to be buggy and glitchy. Just don't even bother trying to play for like the first 4 months, you know? They get like a lot of major stuff worked out. Pretty much what I did like with Final Fantasy 15, really. I didn't start playing that game until like almost like the Royal Edition came out because I knew they had all these other things that were going to be coming out that they didn't have time to put into the game because they finally wisened up and got rid of Nomura. Gave it to a new director who had to crap out the game in 2 years. They're like, hey, here's all the things that we promised that's coming eventually. And the game was a lot more fun. Great weapon I'll never use. Yeah, normally you're supposed to go back to the sea, Muramasa here later in the game, but you can just go now before you go and drop down to the ice caverns and the magma caverns and everything else. Not really a sequence break per se, but it's just something you can do, like if you need to like level up, not really level up, but like buy supplies or dump off your screw-ups to get other things, and before you have to get down and wait for the magma caverns, so fun things you can do. There you go, Ryu. Good job. I don't know if that yeah, it looks like they might have picked up a microphone. Stoic just started yelling at me for some weird reason. It's like, I'm not hungry. It's just like, feed me. I'm gonna make horrible sounds like you're starving to death. I'll save when I get back up here. Usually make that resound like when you get closer. But I don't care who you are. If I see like, if I'm about to get in a fight with some guy and I see him take off someone's head with a freaking like piece of wood, I'm out. It's like I'm not tackling that. I'm not gonna have that henchman syndrome of like, yeah, I can take this guy. That was a YouTuber, Caleb City. He did a video like that not too long ago. I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago, actually. He's like, it's just so he's sitting there in a bar, and like these people start come over. It's kind of like inside a video game, like the setup. It's like horrifically underpowered bad guys think they can take you on. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna kick your butt. Give me your money. He's like, dude, I just killed like 1,000 people without even laying a finger here. I'm covered in their blood. It's like, just leave me alone. I don't want to kill you. And they're like, oh, you're like, who do you think you are? We're stronger than you. We can take you on. He's like, here's a video of me destroying these people. Watch. He's like, you can hear like, oh, he's screaming. They're like, oh god, he's so overpowered. But they continue to do the same thing like over and over until he just kills them by looking at him. It's pretty much the same logic here too for like any bad guy you encounter. It's like, all right, here you go. Like, ridiculously overpowered, they watch me murder all their friends, and they're like, dude, we can take this guy, trust me, bro. Really gonna start playing this game? It's like, oh, pull out the lunar, gonna have some fun, huh? Let's see, what is that attack? Okay, you can't cancel that. Okay. I was wondering if I can cancel the last part, and you cannot. God damn it, Ryu, go up. Thank you. Jeez. No. Now backtrack. Yeah, so the PC version, if you're not aware of Cyberpunk, it may have already been cracked. It may be a ridiculous size to install on your computer. I wouldn't do it. In fact, there's probably some kind of fit girl who works on repacking things to be more reasonable sizes. You might want to look her up. It's a game like installed through GOG or Steam is like 109 gigabytes. But if you come across some kind of fit girl who has the game, you can knock that down to like 40 gigs because you don't have to download all the different language packs and everything that you don't need. Just saying. If someone were to ever go down that stereotypish route, you know, I don't know, who would dare do a thing like that, a piracy? And I don't advocate such horrible things like that, no sir. Let's see, what weapon do I need here? Stay fix. 70's not too bad, but yeah, it's like you can drop it down even further. So they require you to install all sorts of like different languages you'll never use, and those are, for this game, for Cyberpunk, it's literally like 9 each. Magma. God damn it, game. Fuck. Like I said, it's like, for whatever reason, it's adding input lag tonight. So I go to hit jump, and it's like, nope! Input delay. Again. Holy fuck, I gotta restart the system. I don't know what the fuck is going on tonight with my Xbox 360 and playing this game, but it keeps, the longer you play it, it keeps adding more lag, like input lag. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, because this is the first time this has ever happened this entire stream it's been going on. The only way to get it to reset is to turn off the system. There hasn't been an update to the 360, there hasn't been an update to the emulation files. I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's pissing me off. So one thing I kind of noticed about the game, though, Cyberpunk, to stop ranting about the Xbox 360 just tonight, just adding a whole bunch of input delay to this game on a steady basis. It looks like, from what I could see, they copied like the Fallout structure for shooting. It's like you can, if you manage to hit somebody on consoles, it's just, it looks like a nightmare to try to use the controller to hit anybody with the guns, but like you can headshot and everything else, but it's like you're doing numerical values, like D&D rolls, or like probably a better example would be like Borderlands. If you've ever played that, it's an RPG-ish like tactics, like with the guns, so a certain amount of guns you have will do extra amount of damage with your stats, so one shot is not going to drop people down, or like Call of Duty, it's like you have to keep shooting repeatedly like 7-8 times to hopefully drop somebody. Yeah, because that's what I kind of saw, like, when I was watching other people play, and I'm like, And Dead Island, I forgot about that game entirely. Those games that had, like, the amazing trailer, and then, like, game was nothing like that. Well, at least, I mean, it was a slight downgrade. If you go back and watch, like, the gameplay from, like, 2 years ago, when they go outside, there's, like, a crap ton of people walking around. And, like, PC version has more people, for sure, but consoles have less. But it's not, like, we're not on the levels of Ubisoft deceptive, like, we are completely and totally lying to you, our game will never look like this horseshit. You know, here's what Watch Dogs is gonna look like. It's like, no it doesn't. Not even close. It's like people are just never going to be happy with it, so. I say the people who are sending in the death threats, other crazy insanity, and then, like, you know, then they're the same people who are like, you should delay the game. It's like, dude. Yeah, it seems like a game where you can get it running 60 frames per second if you probably drop it to like 720p. Which I'd be fine with, really. I mean, for me, 60 is where it's at. I mean, you have the most responsiveness. It looks better. I don't mind playing a game in 720p like that if I have to. It's not an issue for me, really. Yeah, it's like, I have a base PlayStation 4. I know that there's 2 games to never play on that. Cyberpunk 2077 and Control. Oh god. Control looks amazing on my PC. I can crank that up to maximum settings. It's got ray tracing on. It runs 60 frames per second. It's amazing. I know if I pop that in my PS4, my base PS4, it's going to be running like 15 frames a second. You know, it's going to run like Cyberpunk. I know it's like, for sure, it's like the 2 games to like not even attempt to playing on my base unit. Are you kidding me? Game. I never upgraded to, you know, the Pro models, so... Yeah, I think they're on version, like, 1.4 or something like that right now. Oh, it's gonna be updating for a while, you know it. Oh my god, game. There, that's what it's supposed to have done. It didn't. Well, I gotta die on this. I'm gonna try something stupid, but how I roll, really? Okay, so X-Wise, that does that. So this weapon, the lower your health, the more damage it does. But you're like down in the reds like a pixel from health. And you hit it with a fully charged up like ultimate technique, you can drop bosses down to like 10% of their health. It's crazy. Over you, thank you. Yeah, that's a lot faster. Well, that's the thing too, is like, another thing people are complaining about is like, it's like you pick a guy, you're constantly, you pick genitals, of course, you're constantly seeing nudity, like dick everywhere. And I don't know if it's been designed that way. It's like, okay, we're gonna like go change your costume, you know, change your outfit there, just move over to a different theme menu, and like it reloads all your clothes like in order. So I'm not sure if they're intentionally doing it, like kind of like, ha ha ha, look at us, we're doing this, or if it's like, if it's a glitch, you know, or it's like it's not supposed to be showing you like fully naked during clothes transition scenes, you know. Unless you're talking about something completely different, I don't know about. Oh, that's funny. No, I haven't heard about that, but that's hilarious. as long as you're enjoying it, that's the big thing, you know? For me, it would bother me to try to play a game in that state. You know, with all those issues and problems. It's like, I want the game to be done, you know? Or stable enough, you know, like games like Fallout 3, I love to death. And that game is never gonna be like, you know, it's never gonna be just right, but they've gotten it pretty close. As close as they're gonna get. It's still gonna be glitchy, but it's not nearly as bad as what it was on launch. That's what kind of tipped me off about Bethesda games, was playing Fallout 3 and like, okay, it's like, it started like crashing constantly and everything else. Like, I was having fun in spurts, but it wasn't that great until then. Alright, I'm sure I'm gonna die here, but it's gonna be entertaining. Can I pull it off? Odds point to no. 3 hits. There we go. That's what makes this thing awesome. If you saw, like, if you're paying attention to the damage output I just did on this thing. Yeah, I'm hitting crazy input delay again. I'm like, why am I missing all this stuff here now? Because I just fought a boss and it's delaying through. Alright. Give me a second here. I'm gonna hit the restroom, come back. We're gonna do some Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge routing instead. As like I said, I don't know what in the world is causing these problems here, where all of a sudden the game just starts adding lag, input lag, and delay on everything. Just because I played a boss fight, it just makes no sense. But hang tight, I'll be back in about a minute or two. Just gonna hit up the restroom, stretch my legs, BRB. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Update the title real quick. Well, that explains why I haven't been able to find anybody playing it here. So apparently what Twitch has done is they've purged a lot of games for their category list. Ninja Gaiden Black is no longer on the list. Ran to that earlier. Ninja Gaiden 3 is on the list for Razor's Edge. Good job, Twitch. Okay, so it looks like I made it up to day 2 Ayane for my strats. I thought it was farther on that, huh?
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Ayane.
I'm not doing this for free, Irene.
The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would.
Wow, okay, so this game gets like really loud with balancing, so I'm going to try to knock it down, see if we can get this a little bit better so I'm not blowing out eardrums. It's like, why is it so hard for me to control the character? It's like, oh yeah, I'm playing the Xbox 360 version. The crappiest one for movement. This is not shocking. What happened? Yeah, so what you should be able to do is hold block and you hit left or right on the stick and you'll slide in the direction you want to go. Basically, you need to be able to do this to move out of the way for like the red attacks, which will grab and kill you or hurt you, as they are unblockable. So, 360 version has a lot of problems with movement. A lot of times it will just either not recognize that you're hitting the stick, sometimes it won't even recognize to the left. You will be holding one direction and hit an attack and your character will go flying the exact opposite direction. It's only in the Xbox 360 you have this problem. Wii U has horrible slowdown. There we go, now it seems to be working, so... Yeah, so the, Wii U has horrible slowdown, 360 has control issues. And the PS3 version is like the best one out there.
To the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would.
It's good we got him before they could.
The one thing I really need to do here is also still figure out a way to reliably bait out those red attacks. If you can do that, it's like one hit kill on the rest of them here. Alright, so everybody watch your ears. I'm going to attempt to do an infinite karma glitch. So if you're on headphones, you might want to take them off. If I get the trick, I will kill the incoming audio, but I need to be able to hear if I got it or not. So, here we go. So if you're not familiar with this here, there's a scarab on the ground. What you need to do is hit the pause button or your techniques here on the exact frame you pick it up. And you're going to hear a very peculiar, very noticeable sound. They'll let you know you've done it. And just basically you're just racking up like multiple points. It's just giving you like 5,000 karma for like every, I want to say like every 10th of a second, it seems like just about. So you just let it sit for about 2 minutes, you'll have like 50 million points. More points you'll need for the rest of the game to buy all your upgrades. So, let's see if I can get this pulled off or not. Nope, didn't get it. This is the one thing, is like infinite karma glitch is allowed on speedruns for this. Has not been banned or anything. But it's just so ridiculously hard to get. I have not found... The only person I've seen actually pull it off is like Crying Devil. I've seen him pull it off like without even trying. And it's just like he just gets, like he'll be running and he'll do like a flying swallow into it and hit it just at the right second and get the glitch. I'm like, how are you doing this? Usually want to go through and buffer it up, but if you can pull this off in a speedrun, you're great. I mean, you're going to lose like 2 minutes of time, so to speak, but if you can upgrade your weapons to like the max levels instantly, so you get like all these other expanded attacks and more damage, then it's going to be worth it, really.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you around.
I'm not doing this for free, Irene.
The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would.
It's good we got him before they could.
There's an audio glitch. It's basically giving me like you have the full blood rage. Yeah, the bloody rage, but it's not giving it to me though, so... God damn it. If I don't get this time, I'll keep playing through a little bit more to the next scarab, but... It's a Ninja Gaiden 3 vanilla? None of this stuff was here, telling you what the story was, or how you're playing so far, or how you killed, and all that was gone. You couldn't even upgrade your weapons or anything. It was amazingly bad. It was like they accidentally released a beta or alpha version of this game As this came out like 9 months later, and it is like drastically different.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Ayane.
Like right there, I was holding left, like holding right, but then I attacked to the left.
The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would.
It's good we got him before they could.
Alright, let's hope I get it here. There we go. Yeah, so that lovely noise, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about here. Yeah. So the cool thing is, though, it makes a different sound on different platforms. Like, if you get this on the Wii U or the PlayStation 3, it pulses, like you hear, wow, wow. It's kind of like almost the Inception horn, you know? It's almost like that. Whereas the 360 is just like this constant, ridiculously loud buzzing. Okay, so strats would be, of course, attempt, infinite karmic glitch. If fail, move on. And just basically just let it sit for like a minute or two. You know, it's like you can let it sit longer, but there's no real point to doing it. Check my email. Or me. Oh yeah, Paprium. Oh god, I forgot about that. So Paprium is supposedly coming back, which was like a major scam. Gosh, what's his name? Sitka1 did this video, like basically showing like how Paprium was like this humongous like breakdown of like what happened and the trouble development. Guy ran off all the money. And they just announced it like, hey, guess what? It's coming out in April this time, and you can buy the game like you were supposed to be able to do before for double the price. Stick a one. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what the hell happened. The Paprium. He did like a 3-part documentary on this, on like what happened. If you've not seen it, I definitely suggest you check this out before plunking down like $170 fucking dollars for this game. What they want to have, that when it should have just been, you know, it was $80 before they basically, the guy took the money and ran with the code. And now he's coming back saying, oh yeah, it's definitely going to happen, trust me guys. It's like, no, just watch that video, check out all 3 parts. The guy's a really good YouTuber. But yeah, it's like, do not give them your money. You're not going to ever get it. I'll believe it because the guy put up like a screenshot like, hey, here it is. Here's our website, it's active again, where you can buy the game. But it's like, okay, I'm not going to believe anything until I see a video of you turning on the game and playing it, you know, on camera. Yeah, so I have 51... Yeah, I have 51 million karma points right now. It's more than I'll ever need. Because before he said like, oh yeah, it's completely playable, like, and all the different things, and he showed it off 2 years ago on a big Paris event, and the game was like, there was no enemies, and the ROM he was showing, it kept crashing non-stop. There wasn't music, it was just like, it was nowhere near, like, it wasn't even alpha stage yet. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ha! Ha!
There's a job line in here for.
This whole area is under their control. Be careful.
So much for taking it easy in Paris.
Clear this up, and they'll probably give you a VIP vacay next time you're in town.
Okay. After arena, when door opens, run.
Ninja! Stay sharp! Get around her!
Vajra Yaksha! Black spider ninjas? What are they doing here?
Seems like they're working for the terrorists.
Guess this is what happens when you lose your leader.
Nice work, Ninja. You sure don't fight like a
Okay,
little
that's
girl.
interesting. Alright, so... Get in center. Nimpo. Charge attacks or rest.
Who are you calling a little girl?
Why is it not giving me the prompt to open the door? There we go.
What a pain.
This'll be your grave. You are getting away.
Okay, that's a problem. I can only take out those guys before I get involved in this fight, so it's like, oh. It'll save some time. May not be the best way, then, really. It splashes the damage doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot.
Okay, I made it.
This is it. Good luck.
Damn it! How many are there?
Looks like reinforcements are on the way. Watch out.
Yeah, now this is getting fun. Looks like that's the last of them.
Well. I come to see what all the fuck.
Vajra Yaksha
Don't let him get to you. You can do this.
I know! So shut up and let me fight!
There we go. Okay. So not really a whole lot for it. It's basically attempt to get the infinite karmic glitch and then just like run your butt off if you get it, you know, regardless. Just keep moving as fast as you can. Not a whole lot to our level. Yeah, this is, I think, where Ryu jumps out of the plane famously, and no parachute required. Gonna jump out from, like, 10,000 feet. Skydive down. It's all good.
Arriving at objective.
Yeah, I've jumped from, like, around 5,000 feet. Remember how to play the scythe? That's right, 360 spin.
Impressive. Crazy, but impressive. I've never seen insects like this before. This is no normal island. Be careful, Hayabusa.
Looks like the ninja left. I'm returning to patrol.
Really?
You gotta be careful. Who knows what kind of stuff is waiting for you out here.
Down, boy.
He's sleeping on the job again.
It's a patrol. Get in the shadows.
Okay, piercing void on. Okay, that's not gonna be good for a Nimpo. Windblade's probably preferred. Whoa, camera, come on, stop freaking out. Okay, gate closes.
radio. But where is it?
I was thinking I'll just run down the stairs, but the gate closes, so you can't pop that open until you get through with it.
Can you jump onto that truck? Looks like he didn't notice.
Whatever, I'm leaving.
Come on. God damn it, it's not letting me... I said trying to dodge, but 360 version.
Leave it to airborne. All units fall back.
That's the incendiary round. It'll burn the whole area. Get out of there. Hurry!
Yeah, like I said, the control issue right there. The game was still trying to read down as I held up, which is why I slowly started to turn and did a slow walk. This is why you do not play on the Xbox 360 version unless you absolutely have to. But with that though, I've reached my limit for tonight for all I can stand. At least I got to do a little bit further on routing, but we're going to do more on that a little bit later. But for now... I want to thank everybody for hanging out, tonight. I do appreciate it through all the weird things that happen on my stream. So shout outs to Ronnie and Mizutora93, Elimp, and anybody who was lurking. You guys are always cool, and you're welcome to lurk on my streams. I stream on average every other day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just keep an eye on... basically, if you don't know what that is, just copy and paste that into Google. It'll tell you for wherever you live in the world what time that will be. Keep an eye on my Twitter at Wurzel555 as well. So if something comes up, if I need to cancel for whatever reason, or if I need to push back the starting time or whatever, you will know there. So keep an eye out for it. Just in case something happens, of course, naturally. So next stream is going to be on Tuesday, as I mentioned here earlier. It's copied up for what I'm wanting. Going to be on Tuesday. We're going to be doing some more Bayonetta 2 speedruns, New Game Plus. Once again, filling up all the categories for emulated runs on the speedrun site. Then on Thursday, it's going to be more Ninja Gaiden 3. Hopefully, more Ninja Gaiden 3 routing practice, because the 360 version is just driving me nuts. One of the things that I need to test out is that supposedly some versions of the Cloner Alliance Flint cards, like the one I have, might be able to strip out HDCP. If that's true, then I won't need a splitter for my PlayStation 3, which will be great, because mine is currently not working. So we'll see if that, I'll test it in the meantime. Hopefully have some news on the next stream. That's the plans, and hopefully see you then.